Allegheny River, the last 18 miles. Before I continue, I should explain. There used to be a butterfly called the Zebra Swallowtail, which was common in lots of places, including, based on my research, New York City. Of course, this includes Pittsburgh. Its host plant is the pawpaw tree, which bears pawpaws. However, about 100 years ago, the zebra swallowtail disappeared from Pittsburgh because of massive industrial development. For more information, watch Restoring Zebra Swallowtails to Pittsburgh 2.01. Everyone up to speed now? Okay, on with the show. Due to the level of interest, a good number of recent plantings, the largest wild pawpaw patch I have yet seen in the Pittsburgh area, I have decided that the last 18 miles of the Allegheny should be focused on first for pawpaw restoration. Barking slopes. See what I've been zooming in on? The dog here is about where the largest, to my knowledge so far, pawpaw patch is in the Pittsburgh area. It is 2 miles long. It is even more significant to me because there is an archaeological site there. I worked on it about 35 years ago. It is a Monongahela culture site, complete with a wooden stockade around it. Guess what else was on that site? Barking dogs. Yes, First Nations people had dogs before Western contact. I have not observed every Monongahela culture site, but the ones that I have pawpaws growing within a mile. Probably dogs too. So let's give a woof to those dogs who have been barking with the pawpaw trees for 500 to 1,000 years. By the way, we don't know exactly what these dogs were like, but the above is a native breed, the Carolina dog, which likely is its close cousin. Zebra swallowtail flies through the valley, lands on the flowers, sips sweet nectar. Life is sweet, life is good, life is right. From barking slopes to the point, I have plotted pawpaws that I know of in close proximity of this path. 3, as far as I can tell, are natural, while the rest were planted fairly recently. A surprising number of recent plantings are naturalistic, which is best for the zebra swallowtails. I have plotted most of the tributaries of this path. 2 of them have wild pawpaws growing on them. I really should explore all of them, but maybe someone else can do that. Notice that within Pittsburgh itself, there are very few tributaries. This is because most urban waterways were rerouted to be underground. Delegation to others is what I would like to really try to do with this section, because I have hundreds of miles to cover, and this section has a number of people already interested in this project. I am willing to supply trees and seeds to anyone who wants to make this happen. It would be amazing to have a valley ready for zebra swallowtails to return. Can I say this again? I am willing to supply trees and seeds to anyone who wants to make this happen. I believe that this will be most effective if we have people both on boat and on foot. Ideally, the pawpaws will be planted 3 to 5 at half-mile intervals. In areas where I have seen zebra swallowtails, the river valleys had miles of pawpaws on its banks. Tributary plantings. I've found that in addition, tributaries are ideal areas to plant pawpaws, and that many of them have small, usually infertile pawpaw patches growing on them already. I believe that in most cases, these pawpaw patches are remnants of much larger patches. Rivers often have pawpaws on their banks too, but I haven't surveyed much of the Allegheny, only from 40th Street Bridge and down. This, however, tends to be true in areas that are less developed. I believe that most pawpaw patches start close to larger waters and then spread via root suckers uphill. A singular clone patch can be many miles long. For the ravines and hollows, perhaps fishermen and hunters would be good surveyors. Some seasons are better for doing this sort of thing. I've learned how to identify pawpaws fairly well, even when they are dormant. I would love to teach others what I know. Access can be limited if it is private property, and it also can be a bit hazardous during hunting season. This is why I would like to see local people get involved. They can navigate these areas better than me. Pawpaws do not necessarily need to be planted this thick, but the truth is that not all will survive. We are planting in wild conditions, and for the most part will leave these alone for several years. At least that's what my options have been. It is possible that some stewards will be able to be more attentive, especially if they choose to adopt smaller spaces that are close to home. I believe that in general the amount of time needed could be just 1 day a year. All of my pawpaws have been started from seed by me. All that I will supply for this area will be from seeds collected from the Allegheny River or a tributary of the Allegheny River. It is better to plant them in the spring or late winter because pawpaws, including their roots, are completely dormant during cold months, and they do not wake up until May. Like I said before, I intend to supply pawpaws that came from areas associated with the Allegheny River watershed. Would you or someone you know be willing to help me with this endeavor? I am hoping to start actively delegating to stewards in the spring of 2023. The closest current confirmed sighting, due east of Pittsburgh, is in Johnstown. Would you like to help zebra swallowtails to find their way back to Pittsburgh? In this video, I am soliciting physical hands-on assistance by land or by water. But there's other ways to get the zebra swallowtail back. By cash, by propaganda, by information, by propagating pawpaws. Later on, I will be more specific on these points, but for now, cash can be PayPal to me. I can share art and t-shirts if you would like something physical. Please, 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 please. T-shirts, $15. Wooden plaque, $50. Gorgeous. Coroplast art, $25. Seriously. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. Contact me if you can help me hands-on by land or by boat in this area. You may reach me at gobism@gmail.com or pawpaw@t-k.org. Thank you again. Bye. Help me, please. Thanks.